Now TikTok Shop, everything have its own platform. It's opening up another channel with and the more the backlinks and all these things, one of the designing factor.
Yeah. The companies and the product and brand, they will focus more on AEO and GEO after this initiative. After this initiative, if they launch the advertising platform as well, probably the brand and also the companies, they will focus more. That they are trying to go to the next stage with the results I decide what is the most efficient one. So they are going to automate everything by 2026. Like, when you put different creatives with different approaches, they will push it to different users, and based on the engagement and everything, they will optimize.
It's about what to measure again, right? So
Exactly.
So where they are, that's where the conversion tracking coming in, right? So
Definitely, we can divide it into two different things. The digital marketing for awareness may be branding or performance, right?
Right.
But
marketing qualified leads to sales qualified leads.
Yeah.
You need to, it's not, there's no definition. You need to define only your customer journey.
yeah.
Welcome again to Performance Pod. We had discussion about a lot of things last week. We were discussing about a performance max campaign, power pack, and then we were discussing about audit, and then we were discussing about
Asset sharing.
assets, lot of things.
Yeah.
Within this week, there are a lot of things have been happened after from the day we started this. From that to here, we have seen a lot of updates that we came across. One of the biggest updates on the industry is ChatGPT. OpenAI have released the agentic commerce or agentic commerce protocol. So there are a lot of names coming in AI commerce, agentic protocols. Just in a nutshell, if you ask me what is the update, it's just in a single code or not single click, in a single piece of code, you can enable a checkout process within LLM, that means OpenAI, ChatGPT. And what do you think about this? Where it is going on? How the change is going to happen because of this?
Yeah, basically, Jatu, I think that will be like, the people transform like from desktop devices to mobile devices, right? So it will be something like that, just rather than just depending on the organic search, right? They will like this will be something new. Okay, actually not something new. The way we work will be changed, right? And the other thing is, did you see that the OpenAI, they have listed some job roles under their platform basically related to an advertising platform.
Yeah, it's moving towards
probably they will release a new advertising platform or something to advertise within their set of tools.
Yeah. It's moving. When we talk about this OpenAI e-commerce checkouts for the people who are listening, to give a context, I was reading about it. So what is going to happen is they are going to have a buy now button, buy it or buy now button. It's going to come in within the LLM. So it's a combination with Stripe, Shopify combination work together and have joined together and come up with it.
Yeah.
So what the mechanism is, the merchant gonna have all the control as it is. So it's LLM and the merchant gonna work together with the Stripe. So they're gonna implement on their site to send the products within the ChatGPT or the LLM results.
Yeah.
And then when the user wanted, he clicks and buys it. But the inventory, fulfillment, resending it or cancelling order, everything is within the merchant. So that's the beauty of it. So one of the discussion that I had with one of the guys that I know who's very enthusiastic about AI and all. So we had a bit of argument just to share with you. So he was telling everything is gonna go away, AI commerce is gonna be. So I said one word. It's going to be open up another channel for consumer and the business. it's something similar when the physical stores were there, e-commerce came in. When the e-commerce came in, there will be other platforms like Google Merchant Center, Facebook Catalog, now TikTok Shop. Everything have its own platform. It's opening up another channel. Within the LLM, someone wanted to do a research and buy something, he will able to do it. So it's going to open up another channel. Physical store going to be there, e-commerce going to be there, Google Merchant Center, catalogs, whatever the things going to be there, like marketplaces, like big players like Shopee or Daraz or Amazon.
Yeah.
All these players going to be there, but they're going to come inside the LLM to make consumer life easy. So you need to be present. That's what I think about this, the OpenAI check out or buy it now release what has came in. So this is the thought about what have been released now.
Yeah, Jato, do you have any idea in terms of like, when it comes to Google, shopping or PMax, any product feeds, right? So there is a bidding system, right? When someone searches something, probably based on the bidding or whatever the mechanism, or so the product appearance will be decided based on different factors.
Yeah.
Right? Do you have any idea regarding like this new initiative? What will be the factors? Because let's say if I link my Shopify account to OpenAI platforms, and let's say you are selling the same product, and you also link your store, your Shopify store, to the platform. So if someone searches something related to that product, what will be the deciding?
Deciding factor still so getting results on the LLM is still on a deciding factor. It's no one can't judge because it's not a search type of prompt is coming in. It's search is something you keyword. Here it's prompt, person to person, it's going to be changed. So it's going to be really hard. Still there is no mechanism or no one have released something. Okay, this is how you have to optimize or something. It's really hard. It's working around. People are figuring it out. There are a few tools that is helping out on this process, but there is no strong evidence to rank on it. So what is going to happen is, as much as information on your Shopify feed, that means from your product feed, and then we call it as citation outside linking, backlinks, and the more the social proofs and more the wordings that is going to be out, and the more the backlinks and all these things going to deciding factor. The more and more information that you have, the chances of getting inside the LLM is higher. It's a different, a very big topic that we have to go on. It's not, say you have a product feed, I have the same product feed. Who's going to get the chance is bit of still in a, it's still I didn't have any visibility.
Jato, I personally believe the companies and the products and brand, they will focus more on AEO and GEO after this initiative,
right?
Because SEO, like there was a discussion actually regarding the AEO and GEO and how to optimize LLM results to appear our brands and everything. But here, after this initiative, if they launch the advertising platform as well, probably the brands and also the companies, they will focus more, especially the SEO people.
It's another, so there are going to be organic ranking and a paid ranking. So inside the LLMs, you wanted to push your product for certain keyword that's been in the prompt. You just wanted to show an ad. That's what I think. What you started saying to some openings for advertising, solution architects and all. I think this moving towards that. So I mean, we don't want to go much on OpenAI.
We have time.
And just you have things to look around. We have to discuss few things that is we have it in our mind today. Have to discuss. In between, I just a quick thing. Two things that I read or came in newly. One is GA4's new vision and mission was released on 26th or 24th. It's not new, but it have been came out to the market last week only. So it's one is being a trusted analytics platform, and then second one is cross-channel reporting platform, and then the third one's AI-driven decision-making platform. So trusted in the sense it's going to bring most of the data accuracy, and then cross-channel in the sense whatever the spends happening around other platform also they're going to bring it inside. And then in the cross-channel reporting they are going to bring one of the lack or one of the disadvantage or one of the drawback of looking at GFO data is view through conversions everyone talk about, right?
Yeah.
Say someone looked at a video on TikTok and then come and purchases, how GFO gonna know it, right? That gap is gonna be closed very soon.
That's really important for social media.
Social media advertising. So it's going to not only TikTok, any channels it can be connected in. So soon that is going to come. And there are a few updates also. And then one of the comments that I got for the last video is we are too much on the Google side. We'll just draw a line on the Google.
The other platforms as well. So the next update is related to Facebook Meta, right? Because Meta is going to, actually they've launched, I guess, the paid subscription model as free platform. Just one thing, personally for me, right? Actually, I don't care about Facebook ads because there is a reason. It's completely different. Let's take an example, like let's say YouTube, right? You want to work out following a YouTube tutorial, or let's say home workout, right? So you want to follow the video and do it step by step. In the middle of your workout, the video, there will be an advertisement. So you have to stop your workout and skip the advertisement and again restart your workout, right? So there is an interruption. But Facebook, except for in-stream ads, we can simply scroll down the feed into the next post, right? That will take like milliseconds to
just an impression.
So that's completely my personal opinion, right? Because I think they have launched it something around £4 or £3 per month. Actually, it's a way cheaper compared to other platforms.
Yeah, it's Sri Lankan rupees coming around. Prices starting from £2.99, which is 350 into 3, which is something around 1,050 rupees. That's for the on web. It's something around $3.99 for $4, something around 1,200 into 1,400, 1,500 rupees on mobile. Extra account cost bits. So how I put it, it's so if we started with Meta, right? So Meta is going to be having a subscription, which is going to be £2.99 and £3.99. And then few things that I note down. One is it's only rolling out on UK. Still not. So when you talk about this subscription and all these things, right? So as you said, avoiding ads one side, right? So you get a subscription and you're going to avoid the ads, right? But what is being happening here is, one, the platform is earning from either side, from the publishing side or this thing. But your data is being accurately saved, right? So for an example, how I looked at the UTM premium is, the more you pay and become a subscribed user, then you give your personal information, your sign-in details, your age, everything, and then what you are doing is you are saying, okay, you are watching some sort of interest, right? You say, let's say you watch an healthy eating or exercise and all, then your profile is there, your target, your interest is there. Then that profile information can be utilized by advertising inventory on another platform. Right? When you go to BBC, if let's say if an advertiser of whey protein or some
same ecosystem,
same ecosystem, so he can show so that same thing is gonna. So when you pay, that
they can accurately track the user because that's like, that's the difference when it comes to LinkedIn advertising and also other social media platforms, because people always like to put accurate information on LinkedIn rather than other platforms.
Other platform. That's why it's costly.
Yeah, exactly. So the same thing. Yeah, that's correct, because that's some something that we can think about.
Yeah. And then one of the things when we talk about Meta, we actually last week we should have talked about it, because it was a release that came in back. It's called Andromeda.
Yeah.
So which is good one. Do you have any thought about it?
Basically,
I was looking at
they are currently developing their automations basically with the advantage plus things and everything.
Okay.
Probably they are trying to go to the next stage. Right?
Okay.
So there was a rumor they are going to automate everything by 2026.
Okay.
Right, but I don't know, I don't have any idea regarding that. If you look at the current platform, I still prefer manual settings for some parts.
Right.
Especially when it comes to performance marketing, I usually, when I launch campaigns, I check both the types, the manual audiences, maybe manual placements, and plus advantage plus as well. So then with the results, I decide what is the most efficient one.
Right.
So as per their news, so they are going to automate everything by 2026.
Right.
Maybe they have working on something very interesting in the background without showing the exact product to us. Right, but we don't have any idea. But Jatu, I think the Andromeda thing will be a good topic to discuss in one of our episodes, maybe.
Yeah,
right?
so
because that's a huge topic, because we can discuss about the evolving the what happened to the platform and the current state and what they are going to bring actually.
I was going through what is it and how it is affecting the platform or affecting the advertisers who's doing it. So one of the things that I noticed is what they are telling is more diversity of creatives, right? So we were before, so it was released, it came to the market by May, April. If I'm just need to check the dates that was released. So May, April, and by July there are few accounts and few clients that I know I work with were telling how they are impacted, right? So one of the not impacted, they got better results. And what they are explaining, what they have seen is the diversity. So rather than being narrow downing or segmenting the targets more on the Meta platform, diversifying the creatives works for them better. So before I would say 2021 or 2022, you normally have, say, a hook and a body message and a call to action. This is your creative. Then you play around with the hook, or you play around with so normally what you do is you shoot a video with a hook and you shoot a video with call to action. Then in the body, you change the video. Same way for the image. So right now, the Meta wanted more diversified creatives, and when you give more diversified creatives, it gives better results. Say for an example, what they mean by diversity of ads or creatives mean is, let's say you are selling a dog food, right? So that dog food, earlier days, what you do is you put on let's say you put up is your dog eating healthy food, right? And then you have a body of a message and buy it now, or check it on store or something, right? So right now diversity is working around that dog food. What are the quality of material used? What is the longevity of the dogs that eat? And then maybe a user, a person who have bought a dog food from that brand, having a video of it. Then some other lot of things around that dog food, that diversity of messaging and creatives comes around. So that total targeting works around works around that. And then when you go for an open target, it finds the exact users having that problem.
Yeah, that's the principle, I guess,
Yeah.
because if you look at the articles published about the Andromeda thing,
Okay.
the main, actually, yeah, 100% correct. It's mostly about creatives. Like, when you put different creatives with different approaches, they will push it to different users, and based on the engagement and everything, they will optimize the most efficient ones.
Right.
So that was the idea. With that, I think they will combine other things as well, other automations. Basically, it's depending on the audiences, the placements, but end of the day, everything will be linked to the creatives. Right. So that will be the mechanism they are going to follow in the future. But let's see, I think every week we get something.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's the behavior actually. Yeah. So Jatu, I think now we can move into today's the key topic.
Okay.
Which is conversion tracking, because I think that's a very interesting topic.
Okay.
And also, if you look at the local market,
okay,
I feel like most of the advertisers and the brands, they don't care much about this, right? If they don't have, like, the online selling or e-commerce platforms, maybe, like, so that's
okay.
something. Yeah.
So it is how to put it out. Say, let's say, so it's about what to measure again, right? So
Exactly.
So that's where the conversion tracking coming in, right? So what we have all towards were like we were behind followers and likes and then impressions and views, right? So right now this is where the industry have changed towards performance marketing.
One thing, Jatu, that's not wrong actually, but definitely we can divide it into two different things. The digital marketing for awareness, maybe branding or performance, right? But it doesn't mean if you advertise for branding, still you can use these things, right? Sure. That will give you some better insights for your next campaigns.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So on the conversion tracking, so we most didn't most give solid look on it, right? Or solid look, or give prominent to the conversion tracking. So each and every platform, all the advertising platforms needs to have that conversion tracking set up. Exactly. Right? Say from Meta to TikTok to Google Ads. That's how I look the conversion tracking. So you use a centralized platform like Google Tag Manager or anything, and then make the conversion tracking. If you ask me why it is needed, it can be, as you said, for brand awareness. It can be a impression, right?
Yeah.
How to make that inside the ads is Google Ads or Meta Ads is the important what column you to look at it. So for an example, if it is consideration, landing page view. Yeah. So you need to create a landing page view conversion in Meta events or in Google Ads or in a TikTok.
At least install the pixel.
Yeah, install the pixel. So then you know, okay, this is how many people are coming inside your inside your website or mobile app from my ads.
Yeah.
Right. So I would categorize into, based on the customer journey, I would like to categorize the conversions that you need to set it up. So we don't look at in a way, because we were, one thing is we put the ad, we get the results, somehow it's coming in. So we didn't look at it. But the current scenario of the advertising platforms is, the more that the data that you give back, the more that you can optimize. So for an example, if you take Google Ads, if you have something, we call it as easy enhanced conversions, where you send the user provided data. That means if a person is leaving a lead, you pass the
personally identifiable data.
Yeah, so for an example, email address, you pass with that lead. Then how it works is, so if it is a lead and then the leads is submitted. Later on, your sales team convert back in 2 months or after 2 months or 3 months, your sales team is a lead, right?
Yeah.
You can come back and upload and say this is what it converted. So Google Ads will able to figure out, okay, this is the keyword that brought in that this lead is converted.
Yeah.
So the next month when you're optimizing, it can find you a better lead rather than a non-qualified leads or bad leads, right? So that's how this conversion tracking is important. And then on the purchase side, if you pass the conversion value, right, it helps you to get more ROS, right? So you can find basket value higher users.
Yeah, so basically, Jatu, the conversion tracking will help you to achieve mainly 3 things.
Right.
First, you can get accurate numbers, measurements.
Right.
And the second one is that will be really helpful for your campaign learning.
Right.
Right. And also the third one, audience creation.
Right. Yeah.
So basically, so most people, they think this is just to get numbers.
Right.
The number of sales, or maybe the number of the revenue and everything.
Yeah.
But the campaign learning is really important when it comes to bidding as well. You need to have some sort of foundation before you start bidding for specific bidding options. As an example, let's say target ROS.
Yeah.
Right, you need to have minimum number of conversions before you start
for the ROS.
Exactly, yeah. But people, without knowing that, right, they just think this is just to get numbers, or maybe to create audiences, to retarget, right? Yeah, the most important part for me is the learning. Yeah.
So one of the other thing is getting these numbers also. If you have a clear visibility or viewability of your conversion, then sometimes you can go and say, you might go and target Sri Lanka fully, right?
Exactly.
So sometimes you will have a purchase that is happening from central province of Sri Lanka, higher value, right? So you can put more money on that location targeting rather than targeting on other regions, right? So these conversion trackings will help in any platform,
especially when it comes to larger markets. As an example, USA, Australia,
regions
probably you have like a very wide range when it comes to geo targeting. Right. So definitely you need to have geo bidding as well, separate for separate locations. Yeah, that's completely.
And then language wise and on the segmenting, as you said, that's segmenting the targeting, like
devices, time,
languages. So conversion tracking helps you to understand that. And then it's not only targeting, excluding also. Like, okay, no point of targeting tab users because they are not converting. If you know the conversion tracking is there only, it will be helpful for you to optimize also.
Yeah, one example, Jatu. Mostly like most of the brands currently we are getting sales, the higher percentage from mobile devices, right? But I have some brands, there is a significant gap between mobile sales and desktop sales has the highest revenue generation. But without looking at those insights, without having proper conversion tracking in place, we don't know that insight.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Next.
So one quick question, Jadu. Can anyone set up tracking like without having a technical knowledge or maybe web development knowledge?
In the current scenario, like if it is 2 years ago, you need to have some technical knowledge.
Exactly.
Right now, all the platforms have its own.
That's the answer I wanted.
When you go to Meta, when you install the pixel inside, it automatically brings all the important events. It just need to follow the best practices because sometimes your developers names the buttons and all these things on the back end in their own way. On that scenario, you might need some support. But most of the platforms are right now picking it up. I used to say for my colleagues and juniors, whoever wanted to on the conversion tracking, If they keep that as a skill, I used to tell them in a 2-3 months, because the way that Google Ads is, I used to see that Google Ads conversion tracking setup change every month, right? It automatically scans and tell you there is a purchase you wanted to track or not. When
Yeah.
you tick it, it comes. There is a submit lead form. You want that conversion inside your Google Ads or not. And then the other connected platforms, like say if you wanted to connect offline conversions with say let's say you have a HubSpot or something,
CRM system. Yeah.
CRM system, those all are like click. Earlier bit of technical knowledge is needed, but it's now it's everything.
Yeah,
Since
because
it's
they have simplified, again, right? You have multiple resources available, multiple tutorials, resources. If you go to YouTube, you will find from the very basic stuff to very advanced things as well. And again, if you don't know, probably you can ask ChatGPT or AIs as well. They will guide you through the process step by step.
Right.
And the other thing is, I think people think the most of the advertisers and brand, they think this is too technical and complex. Actually, it's not. Sometimes it's a very simple tracking implementation. But maybe enhance e-commerce, or maybe some
but
third-party tools.
But it's currently those are also
very easy. But sometimes we need developer support.
Yeah,
if you don't have some tracking triggers in place, proper triggers in place, you have to contact the person. But
the way that the things are moving, I feel in a year these things will be automated because if once you have your G-tag pixel in your website, it figured out what is happening, what is
the consumer journey, the overall journey.
It's understand. One of the things you ask about whether conversion tracking setup is a skill that you needed, I would say down the line it's not going to be a big deal, right? But you need to know the basics, right?
Exactly.
Say at least you need to know what is your conversion, right?
The measurement framework.
Measurement framework.
Yeah.
So, say you need to know the marketing qualified leads to sales qualified leads.
Yeah.
You need to. There's no definition. You need to define on your customer journey.
Yeah.
You need to know what is add to cart. In between add to cart and purchase, there are steps in your website. You need to be able to.
and the other thing is, Jadu, so when I audit some accounts, I found most of the time some people, they add to cart event as a primary event and also the purchase event, and everything set up under that account we can see as primary event. So that's a very fundamental error, because you can show your client we have this much of ROAs, right? And then it's special for some people, they publish their results on LinkedIn as well sometimes for that purpose. That's
sometimes some accounts the page view will be set at a conversion
with a value.
But I'm not saying that is wrong, because if you are looking for a consideration level campaign, page view is one of the conversions, right? So there is no wrong about it, but you need to make sure that your campaign is objective.
Is it aligned with your framework?
And then when you were talking about primary conversions and secondary conversion in Google Ads, right? Meta doesn't have that complication.
No.
You
can simply select one conversion.
You create events and then configure them as conversion, and then that comes on your ad account. But Google is a bit complicated on that secondary, and you have imported conversions. Imported conversion is nothing but you import from GA4 or any other platform. But as a best practice, we don't recommend importing from GA4 because it's a different data attribution. There might be a different numbers will be showing on, and then it won't get optimized best if you import a conversion from GA4. So we recommend to create conversion in the Google Ads itself. And then coming back to the primary and secondaries, if you select a primary, your account or your campaign that you are selecting, say for an example, if you set up a campaign and you select a objective of purchase, whatever they are as a primary, it will optimize for that. And the secondary, it won't optimize for it. It's just for number looking
observation.
at observation. And then you have to be very careful. Say if you have So let's say if you have 4 leads conversion submit under leads, you have 4 contact us inquire now, and then you have a quick form and a long form. 4 leads forms are there, and you have set up them as a leads in your lead category, submit lead category. And then what happens is, if you select objective as lead collection and you have 4 leads conversion actions, Google Ads will work for the easiest one, right?
Exactly.
So if your short form is generating more leads, it will optimize for that. So
Usually,
have to be careful.
when I set up my conversion tracking events, so basically for main events like purchase, usually I put some backup events as well. So the primary event will be just only one event, but I usually put some GA4 imports, event imports, just to because let's say if something happens to the Google primary event, right? Still we have data.
The numbers will be there.
Yeah, that's the thing. So we need to do it very carefully without duplicating numbers. So yeah, that's.
And then again, we are discussing about Google. I'm sorry whoever asked me that too much Google content is there, but most of the time the problem is
the performance marketing is basically Google.
That's have to be very careful. But I'm a bit concerned about it, because when it comes to performance marketing, it's not only one platform. I look at based on the audience that I target and the customer journey where I select the platform. I don't since I'm fluent with Google, that doesn't mean I'm balanced with all the platforms. So what I look at is based on the requirement, based on the customer journey, based on the objective, based on the audience, I select the platform. So one of the things that I brought it in, we shifted it. So when on the Google Ads, have to be very careful when you have on your status column, if there is an error like need attention, it's not tracking, need more data or something like that, mouse over it and try to resolve it, because that is very important. And if you have a need more attention, mouse over it and it says tag is missing, it's very serious. Critical one. Yeah. So your data is not.
Because most of the times, like for enhanced conversion issues, we can see that indication.
But
you can
tag is not there is a very
tag is not there is very critical issue.
Right.
And
one more thing to add on this, right? When you go for conversions, if you are advertising for European Union and all, very careful. It's not European Union only. When you are tracking, when you are having your pixels, Google tags, Google Analytics code and all, last time also we started it, but we stopped it. Have to be very concerned about it, right? What you are tracking about your user consent. Yeah, user consent. Google have its mechanism to overcome that.
Yeah.
Right. So this is a big topic. I'll just put it in a simple.
I think it's episode worthy topic. Jatu, I guess. Yeah.
But like a top layer, what I would say is, if you're having a tracking mechanism or tracking code, pixel or anything, either you put up a privacy policy saying you are being tracked. We are going to use you for remarketing purposes, personalized advertising, whatnot. Or you get a concern, and then with the concern, your code started working. That means tracking code start working.
Yeah.
So very careful about that. It's very personal information that when a lead is submitted, you have a tick box saying, I'm using this email for remarketing purposes, or I'm using this for personalized advertising. That's where the enhanced conversion comes in. And Google Ads itself now stop the people who are advertising in European Union.
Yeah.
They can't advertise unless they have a consent mode. We'll have a separate topic on the consent mode and the privacy policy side of performance marketing, or what you need. Just a top layer that I gave. Since we were discussing about conversion, and then from conversion action we create audiences.
There is a direct link in between the consent and the conversion. Exactly. Yeah. And Jatu, I think with the conversion tracking, I believe, as you mentioned about the new GA for what you call
View through conversions.
yeah,
and
view
now
through-
now it's a data driven.
data
Only
driven.
touch
Yeah.
points.
So because I personally use third party tools for attribution.
Okay.
I used Hyros.
Okay.
And also now and Triple Whale as well.
Okay.
Now I use Wicked reports for
Okay.
some Magento accounts.
Okay.
Right. So I think this will be a good topic to discuss in the next episode, because I think the awareness about this area is like, I think we can discuss some things, some important stuff regarding this based on our experience, because rather than just tracking the conversion, it's important to track the user journey as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's about attribution, but again, on our earlier episode, we were discussing about the privacy, the tracking,
Yeah.
the blocks from iOS and all these things. So it's how the future of the measurement is gonna come or how a performance marketer needs to look at is. I call it as triple M, marketing mix modeling, and then multi-touch attribution,
Yeah.
which we all discussed right now, and
Yeah.
then incrementality. So these three are the core pillars of the performance marketer or any marketer or digital marketer, you call it. Any company that wanted to grow their business revenues and whatnot,
Yeah.
these three pillars needs to be. I used to say you can't invest on a marketing mix modeling. At least you need to have a MTA and a incrementality mechanism to measure it,
Exactly.
because it's not gonna be same as, say, you put $1,000 on TikTok ads, and then you say I got 200 sales because of TikTok ads. TikTok platform is showing me conversions. That's
wrong.
That's wrong. That is very
yeah.
It's in the circle that you are telling. Do you know how many iPhones have been used in it? How many new iPhone used iPhone 17 or 14 OS, right?
Yeah, 14.
Yeah,
from 14, I guess.
Yeah, from 14 it started,
Yeah.
right? But now it's more restricted.
Yeah.
So if someone using TikTok on 14, if they clicked it, nothing. You say if they've seen a YouTube ad, and clicked
Exactly.
it, nothing. You won't see it. So how sure that you are it's been converted because of TikTok ad? So you need to have incrementality testing.
Yeah.
Because of my ads, so we will discuss these three.
Definitely, definitely.
We can call it as future measurement or something.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. Let's
big
have a
topic,
chat. That will
but,
be a really interesting one. Yeah.
There are huge tools, big tools like what we used for attribution. There are day before yesterday. Already there was a tool called Meridian by Google. It's an open source, and then yesterday they have released few updates. I was reading it, but I don't remember what is it. It's there. So it's drastically there. It's getting improved. And there are big companies investing. And if you are a person who's investing offline as well, TV, radio, and all this marketing.
Still you can, yeah.
Marketing mix modeling is one of the key tool or key measurement that you have to go beyond.
Exactly.
To get the results. So let's discuss on attribution.
Let's discuss about this, in the next episode. So thank you everyone for tuning in. We will see you in the next episode. Thank you.